Universal Studios being my favorite movie production film production company ever, and my favorite theme park. I was really excited to go back, and I'm really glad I have returned after 5 years. And now I've ridden every single ride, even like the new ones. So I'm gonna update my ranking from what I did like a year ago, from like the rides from 2018 and back. So let's get on. Easily last place is the newest one, Secret Life of Pets. I, I, I knew this one was gonna be slow, but like I was excited to see like the all pure production design, all the animatronics, but they were kind of lackluster. It's just we were stuck in the we were you get Topo and I got stuck at one point, and then you just saw the animatronic just like one of them was like on a rock, and it just kept on going. And it kept on going. Like they're just like programmed. They don't seem like they're actual real like live animals. They just feel programmed, and there is like screens in there. So I mean, I don't really mind, but I kind of lost the immersion of the animatronics. But yeah, I don't like this ride. Boring. Number two, wait, no, number nine, Kung Fu Panda ride or the DreamWorks Theater or whatever it's called. I feel like the newer rides are like lackluster, like Jurassic World and Kung Fu Panda, Secret Life Pets. They're not as good as the ones they replaced. Because this Kung Fu Panda is essentially a lesser version of 40X, and I could get a better version of what they gave in Kung Fu Panda in my local theater. So I don't for a much lesser price. So I don't see why I would want to go on Kung Fu Panda again. I do. I'm a very big DreamWorks boy. Madagascar being top tier. Megamind, Kung Fu Panda. Um, but I love like how Marty and like Alex and like we're talking with Shrek. Shrek was is part of DreamWorks. So yeah, I love like their interactions. But when Kung Fu Panda was like, you know what, maybe a little bit like just us, cause it's like we need a more like experienced people, and then they're like, oh yeah, okay, and then they left. I'm like, oh, I want to see all of them. If it was a ride with like all of them, I think it would have been better. But now we get into like the better ones. Minions, my very first ride back into the theme park. So I'm like, oh my god. I remember every single ride beat and what they need to do. Like, yeah, I know. I remember. Like, I just know. Like, my instinct. I just instinctively know what they're gonna do. So it was like, oh my god, yes, I remember this. This little motion. Ah, yes. So I loved being back in the Minions. But and the experience in general was kind of like we were in like an awkward seating because the screen is like right there, and then we were like tilted towards it. We're like not semi tilted, but like at the very left, the very bottom. That was kind of a weird angle. Um, there was a woman who didn't speak English. I think, and then they were trying to tell her, "Can you go down the line, please? Can you go down the line, please?" And she was like, I could tell she because she was spoken Spanish, and I'm like, "Puedes ir allá, por favor?" Because I know how to speak Spanish. So she's like, "Oh, okay." I don't know why I felt kind of cool doing that, but anyway, Minions eighth place, but I really like Minions. Oh, I forgot the little ride, like next out of the Minions ride. So that's a little better than Secret Life Pets. So like 10th place. Okay, now we're going on to what, seventh? Oh yeah, Flight of the Hippogriff. That was our first like second real ride. Because it was a roller coaster, and Topa and I were like, okay, good, a good ride, a coaster. But it just ended like 20 seconds later. I'm like, okay, this is a good one because it's a coaster, but it's not really that good because it ends like 20 seconds later. So, my Universal movies. I don't. That's Warner Bros. But there's a ride of it in Universal. So, the rest are produced by Universal. What was I gonna say? Number six, the Studio Tram Tour. I was excited to go back on it, but it kind of failed my expectations because one, they got rid of Earthquake because I didn't go through the Earthquake. We didn't go through the Earthquake one for some reason. I hope they didn't replace Nope. I mean the Earthquake with Nope because Nope, like that experience was kind of eh. Topa said, "Whoa, this is kind of cool," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know." If something was going on, because there was nothing. It was just a bunch of noise, like. So that's really it. Just like the movie Mid. What else? Honestly, those were we didn't go. I didn't see the Back to the Future thing, like the clock tower. I didn't see that. We didn't go through there. Um, yeah, stuff like little stuff like that. I kind of got sad. I'm happy I saw the Transformer car, the Bumblebee, the Camaro. That was kind of cool. But yeah, it's a studio tour. The King Kong, Fast and the Furious, Jaws. Those are still cool. So sixth place. Oh yeah, I hate what they did with the like the pre-show with Fast and the Furious. You know how it was always like you look to your right and it's like projections. They just completely got rid of that. They just said, "I don't care, use the TVs." That was really funny in my opinion. So number 5, Simpsons. I hold like motion based rides, whatever they're called, to a high standard because I have high expectations for like motion based stuff. And Simpsons lives up to my standards. It's really good. I could go without. I hate when rides just like use this mist, like the. Like I hate it when they do that. It's just annoying to my ears. So, but Simpsons, it was pretty cool. I like the ride. I don't get dizzy on it. So, um, yeah, I have fought. This time I never knew this. The screen shared all with all the cars. The screen is shared with all the cars. I had no clue to this because when I look to my right, I'm like, oh my god, look, that's everyone else. That was like a really cool experience for me, like seeing that, um, because I never knew that. So, Simpsons, I really like the ride. We were kind of an awkward angle too, like the very left, the bottom row. So that was kind of weird. But anyway, I never smelled the baby powder before. That was kind of weird. Now we get into the good ones. Like all the good ones are at the bottom. Like I mean, why? Anyway, number 4, Jurassic World. Screens, you gotta love them. So, in the original Jurassic Park ride, there was two at the beginning, the two brachiosaurs, and then like at least two like little dinosaurs on an island, and then the two stegosauruses, the baby and the one like right next to your right that's still in the Jurassic World ride, and then the Pachyosaur, I guess, and then the Dilophosaur, like when the one near the Mickey Mouse hat, and then the other two when they're like wow before you go up, and then the two Velociraptors that like one of them is still there that are like up there before you do your first drop, and then the T Rex rah, and then the T Rex that like at the very drop, and then there's one at the end that sprays water at you. So that's 15, at least 15 animatronics in the original one. This one, the two Stegosaurs is the Pachyosaur, the the one Velociraptor, the one um the Indominus Rex that goes down in the ceiling. I don't think I've included that one. That 16 in the original, and then the the Velociraptor, then the two and down. That's 8. That's 9 compared to the 16. I hated that, but the ending was pretty cool because new advanced animatronics. They were really smooth, and the drop is still amazing. Like if it wasn't for the ending, the ride would have sucked because the first like the first minute of the ride is just pure screen. And when the Indominus Rex did its little thing that made the water splash, it even splashed on us. So that was really annoying. But besides that, I like Jurassic World because it's the original track, I guess. I don't know. Now we get into like Elite. Number 3, The Mummy. The Mummy. I love the first movie. The second one's okay, and the third one is just complete another trash. So but the ride is like nice. And the third go we went on, it got stuck. So yeah, that was fun. But we got off like nice and then kept on going. Anyway, but I think they got rid of like the little like at the when like the beetles start coming out of the walls and then they do give you like a little spray at your feet. That was taken away, I think. But besides that, I love the Mummy. The ride, it's just pure goodness. At the end, kind of sad they took away the mummies at the end because that's what I used to be scared of, like getting off the ride. So anyway, number three, the Mummy. Number two, the best, like objectively the best ride at Universal Studios Hollywood, Harry Potter: The Forbidden Journey, because like the way, like that has never been done before. Like the arms with the, whoa, that's what I want for my rides. I want like something like new, like whoa, this has never been done before. And the ingenuity of like the screens, like of the like the domes, and then yeah, that was cool. And the practicality of it, like well, granted the screens are they were cool, but the rest when it's practical, it was even cooler. But yeah, Harry Potter: The Forbidden Journey, like objectively an amazing ride. You cannot say it's not a good ride. Now, you may be thinking, why is Transformers number one? It's not like it's any good, and it's not like I have a big connection to Transformers. I Transformers really changed me as a man and as a child and as a person. So yeah, I have to have and it's an emotion based ride, and it's my favorite ride of all time because the emotion, like when something hits you, it hits you like whoa, you feel it. But I can't. I know it's like I complain about the screens and it's purely screens, but it's purely screens and it's emotion based, which like the screen when it hits you, you feel it. So it feels like it's actually hitting you. So that's what I love. But yeah, I can't. I wanted to cry when I got off the ride because I'm like, oh my god. But I cried in the theater when I watched Transformers in the theater for the very first time. So I have an emotional connection to Transformers. So Michael Bay, he's one of my favorite directors. So, I, I need. Oh yeah, this is Jurassic. We've been there since 2005. Well, my dad has been going. I showed you the picture at the end of the video. But yeah, this is. That's my wait. Is it? That's my dad. That's my mother. She was pregnant with me right there. You're not allowed to ride Jurassic Park when you're pregnant. That's why I came out the way I am, like a film bro, because she ruined me when she rode the ride. So, anyway, that is my ranking of the Universal Studios Parks studio rides. What is your ranking?